How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're talking about the creepiest urban legends, from the Denver airport conspiracy to a ghostly call to a talkback radio show. We count 5 of the creepiest urban legends from around the world. And today we have very special guest Chills to help us out with this list. This photo was attached to one of Australia's most pernicious urban legends. On June 9, 1979, the Godson family were waiting at Circular Quay for the ferry to take them to Sydney's famous amusement centre, Luna Park. While waiting, a mysterious person dressed in a white cowhide mask with long horns approached the family. The figure placed a hand on the shoulder of 6-year-old Damien. The family assumed he was a busker, so they took this photo. The figure said nothing and walked off into the crowd. Later that night, at exactly 10 PM, a terrible fire ripped through the ghost train ride at Luna Park. The entire Godson family were trapped and killed in the blaze. When the photo was released to the public, no one could identify the busker, nor was he ever seen again. Speculation ran rife as people suggested that the masked person was a ghostly omen, foretelling the tragic 1979 Luna Park fire.
Number 4. Ghostly call to radio show, Malaysia. It's said that a famous radio show in Malaysia in the mid-90s received a call that the producers and DJ will never forget. At the time, the radio station hosted a late-night talkback segment that invited listeners to call in with their creepiest ghost stories. One night, a caller regaled his creepiest story. He said that he had been driving along a dark highway late at night. His wife and baby were sound asleep in the car. He too felt drowsy as he drove along the black stretch of road. In the distance, a single headlight could be seen approaching at speed. As it got closer and closer, it looked like it was going to hit the car head on. He swerved as an enormous truck flew past, the tailwind rocking the car. The man continued to drive down the road. Again, in the distance, a single headlight approached head-on. The light flickered to high beam, blinding the man as it sped past once more, narrowly missing the car. Barely a minute had passed when the headlight appeared for a third time. Terrified, the man tried to pull over to safety, but this time another single headlight flashed in his rear-view mirror. He swerved, crashing through the cement barrier of road, smashing into the grassy gully below. The caller ended his story. He paused for a moment, then said he missed his wife and daughter, but that it was for the best that they all died together. He then hung up the call. The radio host laughed, assuming that he had been trolled, and continued the show. The next morning, while having breakfast, the radio host glanced at the newspaper and went numb at what he read. There, on the front page, was an article about a young family that had been run off the road by a truck, exactly like the story the night before. All 3 passengers had died. Leaving everything behind, the radio host rushed to the studio to replay the previous night's call. The entire interview was silent.
Since its construction in the early 1980s, the Denver International Airport has been surrounded by conspiracy theories and creepy urban legends. Many believe the airport is a ruse-like facade whose true purpose is only known by America's aristocratic elite. The rumors say that beneath the Denver International Airport is a gigantic doomsday bunker that is designed to keep only the purest of humanity safe from the apocalypse. While it's easy to dismiss these theories as utter nonsense, there is some alarming evidence that suggests the legends may hold some truth. Firstly, if you look from above, the intersecting runways of the airport form a swastika pattern on the desert landscape. Then there's the intense horse statue that some say represents the 4th horseman of the apocalypse, death. The 32-foot tall, 9,000-pound blue Mustang statue was created by artist Luis Jimenez. While in the studio, the head of the enormous statue fell on Jimenez, severing an artery in his leg, killing him almost instantly. Following the accident, friends of Jimenez continued his work. They completed the statue, which now stands starkly in the desert landscape, staring with its glowing red eyes. Surrounding the Blue Mustang are strange man-made hills of dirt. These mountains are made from earth removed during construction of the airport. Many theorists have pointed out that the amount of soil is far larger than would normally be excavated during a construction of this type. They say the sheer volume of dirt suggests that a very deep hole was dug beneath the airport. Then inside the airport there is bizarre symbolism everywhere, from the Nazi-inspired murals to the Freemason plaque that refers to a New World Airport Commission that doesn't even exist. On the plaque, the date of dedication is March 19, 1994. If you add all those numbers up, 1 plus 9 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 4, you get 33. In Freemasonry, 33 represents perfection and is the highest level of achievement. So do these urban legends hold some truth? Are the Freemasons planning a new world order from the depths of a secret bunker beneath the Denver International Airport? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below.
Number 2. The Whitechapel Corpse Train, England. Throughout England, there are whispers of a disused train line in the London Underground. It's said that it runs from the Whitechapel tube station to the Royal London Hospital. It's known as the Dead Body Train. When the London Underground began construction in the latter half of the 19th century, morgues and hospitals were overflowing with dead bodies. It's at this time that the urban legend suggests that the local council approved a secret train line that was to ferry dead bodies from the Royal London Hospital to a giant temporary morgue right next to the Whitechapel station. Of course, this is all myth and hearsay. However, some stand by the claim. On District Dave's forum dedicated to the London Underground, there is a thread of people who claim that they've seen a bricked up passageway in the Whitechapel station. It's thought that this is the entrance to the old abandoned rail line that allegedly transported thousands of corpses away from London's busiest hospital all those years ago.
The creepiest part of this urban legend from Japan is that there is historical evidence that it really happened. Hedo Bashira is a ritual formerly practiced in Japan that involved human sacrifice. People would be buried alive in or near buildings of significant meaning like dams, bridges and castles. The practice was thought to appease the gods to minimize harm caused by natural disasters like floods and storms. Legends are divided as to who was used for the sacrifice. Some say that beautiful handmaidens were used as offerings, others say that large numbers of peasants who were kept in inhumane conditions were killed in the ritual. Traditionally, Hedo Bashira is supposed to inspire the Japanese population with the spirit of self-sacrifice. Some speculate that this could be the reason why the rate of suicide is so high in Japan. Historical landmarks that are thought to have had Hedo Bashira instilled in their foundations are Maruoka Castle, one of Japan's oldest fortifications. One of the pillars within the ancient building is said to be filled with bodies. Another is Matsue Ohashi Bridge, believed to have had human sacrifices built into its base. A nearby memorial called Gensuki is testament to the people who lost their lives during the bridge's construction. Historians say that the barbaric practice stopped many centuries ago, however construction workers often, to this day, find human remains embedded in the walls of buildings. One terrifying example is the Jomon Tunnel, located in the Sekuhoku main line in Hokkaido. In 1968, after a terrible earthquake, several skeletons were found buried upright in the walls of the tunnel. So next time you visit Japan, remember you might be just meters from sealed up corpses at any given time. And who knows, if you take a wrong turn down a dark alleyway, you might just find yourself the target of Hedo Bashira.
Now I want to give a huge shout out to Chills for helping out with this list. If you've never heard of Chills or seen his channel, he does some of the creepiest lists on the internet. I highly recommend you check him out. There's a link in the description box below. Well, there's another episode in the can. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, hit that thumbs up button, leave us a comment down below. Also remember to check out Chills' channel. It's the creepiest stuff going round. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.